This should be good. Talk, please.
Check, check, check. Check, check, check. Hello, hello, hello. I am speaking into the microphone.
Nice, dude.
Looks good.
I like when you're talking to my mic. My Mike Wallace. Hi, everyone.
Welcome to another episode of the Two Guys in Bed podcast.
Welcome to Fat Bed.
Welcome to Bed Testers.
The bed that. Welcome to the Mattress Busters.
Yeah. This is why all mattresses are 50% off, because we go around putting both of our butts in them. And yeah, these mattresses, I gotta say, 5-star review.
Top notch, man.
Awesome stuff.
We've stayed in some nice ones. Not too long ago, definitely had a fucked up, a fucked on bed, or fucked out.
Yes.
When there's been a bunch of banging on
Canoed.
one side, or
yeah.
three people stacked on one side of the bed. For
a real Princess and the Pea situation, as I like to call it.
It can be annoying. Where it turns into, it feels like you're outside sleeping on your buddy's trampoline.
Yeah, God, I used to love that.
Yeah, well, it'd be like a busted tramp.
It would be.
Like
the springs would be destroyed.
Yeah.
But I'd love to sleep on that thing. But the problem was that invariably someone's dad or older brother would come out with a sprinkler or a hose.
Or their penis.
Just their penis from the deck.
You.
I definitely peed on a kid from a deck before, on a trampoline. Those were the days, man, back when boys could be boys. And you could get a kid wasted on Evan Williams and then take turns peeing on him.
Oh, God. Did you pee on each other? Somebody... you know the guy. You know the guys. Matthew.
Yeah.
Wheelock that does our clips showed me how he has started Chubby B from the beginning to make a compendium of like words, origins,
a glossary, if you will.
Glossary, kind of,
index.
but more of an index, yes,
Yeah.
because it shows a little more detail than, like, Becker would usually do a few phrases or whatever, alluding to some of the highlights, but this is longer.
It's a deeper
description,
deeper dive into the nomenclature of this great podcast.
I think episode 2, I talk about Lamar Stuckey peeing on me in 8th grade.
Well, we came out the gates
shower.
hot.
Well, we didn't have shows, so we went back in time to
yes, we did
our childhoods. We went past our shared friendship of a decade plus. And we went into just embarrassing, sexy, scary times.
Sexy, embarrassing, and scary all at once.
I lost my virginity to Marilyn Manson girl, brother.
Yeah.
It was confusing.
I lost my virginity to Ginger Fish, the drummer. So yeah, this
Madonna
bed.
Wayne Gacy.
Okay, let's not do this again. There's no way we haven't named all the members.
Twiggy.
Yeah, Twiggy Ramirez. But yes, I worry that maybe YouTube has not been friendly to us because the pod is growing exponentially. Thank you for being here for that ride. We appreciate it. But on YouTube, we're not getting the views that one would assume we should be garnering.
Dude just said that the old ones have been going up, and he likes to see it, which is cool.
Right, I like that too. But I'm just saying that I think it's because it's you often looking like a nude shipwreck survivor in a bed, slapping a bag full of what can only be like smuggled spiders. No way that could be a human gut. And then me often with my feet in the foreground. So I think they think that it's some kind of like AI created sex body positive like boner show. Yeah, see? That's going to get us flagged for sure. Don't put the hat on. Put the hat on the penis.
This will help. But I'm on Comics Unleashed. Byron's like, now, I heard you do something fun with a hat. Why don't you do that?
We got you a couple
what?
hats.
That's not what you're supposed to... Come on, man. Just get to it. It goes on his dick, everybody. Over it, Byron Allen is a good recurring character. So, yeah. Threaten the president of YouTube with kidnapping his family unless we get more views. I want to fucking sell a Bowflex to my neighbor and jack up the price.
Because we're going to go straight up Byron Allen otherwise. Oh, hey, Mario Cantone, tell you a joke? I'm Ant. Who cares, man? You Ant? I'm Grasshopper. We've had nothing but fun here in Rochester yet again.
Dude.
Oh, speaking of hats, did I tell you about the revelation that I saw with Susanna, my niece?
No.
Dude, she bought her mom a little plant, a potted plant. And she was showing me the potted plant. She's 4 years old, everyone. You're caught up. And she took a bowl off the counter and she put it over the potted plant. And I said, Susanna, don't give the plant a hat. And her face went like this. And then she started scream laughing. And then she put the bowl on my head, and she was just like blown away at what she's done. I literally got to see her face for the first moment that she realized, A, that a plant could have a hat and that a bowl could be a hat. And then she was putting the hat on everyone. It was awesome.
Yeah, you're raising her right. I'm glad that you'll be closer to her so that she can learn when you
it's gonna be bad, dude.
laughs when you were on the ground after getting chopped by Cody Devine. You did the slow motion curly / Homer Simpson walking on your side in a circle
for like literally no one but you and the people on the stage. No one in the crowd could see it, but I was straight curlying on the ground, dude.
She's gonna know that. She's gonna know accidentally walk into the wall instead of the doorway. I used to always I've talked about, you have a low garage or halfway closed, or at the mall, the gates that come down from the top. Douche. You pretend to smack your head real hard. She's going to know everything at a young... She's going to be Tiger Woods, y'all.
She's going to be the funniest uncle in fucking kindergarten.
Yeah, she's going to be...
She's going to have all the tricks Uncle of me.
But
a legend.
In first grade.
Well, we had the great moment where Emily, do the Eddie Pepitone.
Baby, I got the job.
The cancer's back.
They found blood in my stool.
Where Emily got her a painting, and she told her, after dinner, I got you something cool, but you only have to finish your green beans. So Susanna's fucking housing green beans, like a little gerbil person. And then Emily goes and she gets this great thing, which is an 8x4 painting. Not even a painting, like a fucking print. And Susanna was like, oh.
What was it of?
It was of a man feeding a goat an apple. And she said, the goat reminds me of you, Susanna. And Susanna was pissed. She slapped it out of Emily's hand, literally. And I was like, dude, you need to say sorry to your aunt, which is the first time I've ever admonished her. But she was kind of like spiraling. So I was like, okay, I got this. In Michigan right now.
Was it bedtime?
It was right before, like an hour before bedtime. But it was like right after dinner. She was with her dad at gymnastics practice. She came home high on chocolate ice cream. She was straight gorked. But yeah, so this painting has just been, it was like she was a fucking non-veteran burning a flag in front of the Capitol. So I'm like, I got this.
She gets disillusioned with everything because she was lied to or misled.
In her head, she hears incense and peppermints.
She thinks, she thinks she's about to go to fucking, not a Big Rock Candy Mountain, but the Good Ship Lollipop.
Dude, anytime someone says I have a toy, she thinks she's going to space. She thinks that the toy will have her on the moon by sunrise. She has the highest hopes for toys. Yeah, and I don't want a fucking disillusioned, jaded niece. My aunt lied to me. Who else lied to me? Uncle Sam?
She goes,
wait, Uncle Sam, connect the dots.
She goes full Baco and just starts staring off and doesn't make eye contact because in her head it's just planes dropping bombs in the Sea of Japan and fucking
nuts burning.
And she starts to smile a little because she likes it.
Nodding.
I like it.
I liked it. Yeah, she goes to the corner and makes a gun out of Legos. Comes back. Different toy.
Eat it big.
Eat it big.
Sprays.
It's Susanna. Had a gun and held it to my wife's head and said, eat it, pig.
Who's the toy now, bitch?
I would pass away. I would be dead. Like, well, I'm already in heaven because my niece just held my wife at gunpoint and said, eat it, pig. Which I made
you're winning now. Like it used to be that.
Oh God,
Emily was out over there more.
It's very bad.
And was fun. It was always good to see her. Oh, her hair's pink, etc.
Right. Yeah. But I'm a blob. I only see colors. There's this huge pink blob who comes in here and makes all these loud noises.
You're terrifying.
I just come in and would just be like, "Hooga googa goo goo," in baby language.
You try really hard
with everyone.
With any kid, with anyone, especially a kid, especially your own.
God.
I almost said seed, and it's not blood either. It's your own, for your family,
right? Yeah.
Your kin. But you go the extra mile. You want them to be happy. You want them to like you.
I said on the walk from the car, I was like, man, if anyone doesn't like me, I know they're fucking wrong because I try so hard with everyone to make them like me.
Yeah, except
turds and
that's
swamps.
no. Except that in itself is not. not everybody needs to give you very good, Sam, and give you a toy.
I know when people are just like,
so that's not.
Every now and then.
That.
Well, I know, but then when they don't give it to me, I work even harder. I go full Conan O'Brien.
You make a gun out of a Lego.
I make a gun out of a Lego.
You point it to your own head because you're sad. You think you failed them.
Right, then
no, I'm just like I'm elsewhere. I'm thinking about other stuff. Sorry.
Yeah.
And you're like, who'd like me?
What about this? I get the mop bucket. I put it on my head. I say, I'm Ringo.
Cut off your own finger.
Eat it.
What do you want?
Is this enough?
Give me a hug or some money or a handshake. Dap me up, motherfucker. I need this. That's all I've got.
I just gave you an hour up there, and I'll give you whatever you need over
here.
You're
not at a show. You're like, I just gave you my everything.
Treat me like a hockey puck. But Susanna, there's all these. It's mayfly season. It's fish fly season.
Yeah.
So the flies are dying everywhere, and they're these huge, like first thumb joint size fly. That's how big they are. And the night before, me and Hannah had trapped one in a glass, and I was like, because Susanna loves the ants. There's ants all around. She loves picking up the ants.
They're closer to her than you or Emily's face.
She'll be like, Sammy, ant, and then I have to like hit the ground and find the ant, and then let it crawl on me. And she won't let the ant crawl on her. But I saved this fucking mayfly, and it was dead, and it was perfect. And I was like, all right, I got you a toy. And I came out with this mayfly in my hand. And for the next hour until bed, which ended in a screaming fit because she wanted to keep playing with the fly, I would hold the fly, and she'd be like, "Oh my god!" Well, no, she wouldn't say, "Oh my god,"
But she
Wallah Habibi, Assalamu alaikum.
Yeah, she couldn't get over it, which is so funny that you nailed it. But you're a 4-year-old.
I really am.
Dog.
Yeah.
She's a dog.
I know how to.
Emily's a doctor, and you're closer to a 4-year-old than her when it comes to talking, relating. You like slime. Susanna likes slime.
I love coloring. I love coloring. I love Apple segments. I mean, I'm all on board for the 4-year-old lifestyle.
Was Emily furious that you won so handily?
I'll tell you about this.
Yeah.
So I put the fly in my mouth. I act like I swallow it.
Yeah.
I spit it out. She's blown away. I put the fly in. She'd be like, "Put it in my hand." I put it in her hand. She'd go, "Ah!" And I'd take it out, and then she'd laugh, and she'd be like, "Do it again." We did that for a long time.
Yeah.
And then at one point she's running around the room.
Hannah's making a Lego gun for herself.
Yeah.
Because she should have been in bed an hour and a half ago.
But the fly is taken over.
But you brought a dead fly into the picture.
And her dumb little daughter's obsessed with it. At one point, Susanna was running through the house yelling, "What a great toy!"
Yeah.
So, to your point about was Emily mad?
Right, and then she's over there with her picture going and fucking herself.
Yeah.
I guess I'll go fuck myself.
An original piece of art that she bought for a 4-year-old. What a dumbass! Come on, Dr. Dipshit. know your audience. But yeah, after Susanna went to bed, Hannah came back down, and that's when Emily said, because we went to dinner with Hannah, my sister-in-law's new boyfriend, who rules. He's a fan of my comedy already. She like told him like, yeah, my wife, my sister is in Colorado. She's married to a comedian. He was like, who? She was like, Sam Tallent. He was like, no way. He loves Knocked Loose. He's fucking cool.
Yeah.
All right. But at the night before, shout out to the boy. I don't want to say his name yet. But that night before, I was like, how do you get along with Susanna? And he was like, she's great. She runs to me. She calls me. She has a fun nickname for me. Like, we get along really well. So I say, whatever, at dinner. I don't remember what I said. But that night.
You thought that you were just like,
it's like, oh, cool,
nice.
Yeah. But instead, it was like the fucking Zapruder film. Because Emily and Hannah were like, by the way, if Susanna does end up having her own relationship with whoever Hannah's dating or potentially marries, that's fine, right? And I was like, yeah. And they were like, well, when Sean said the other night that Susanna runs to him, your face changed. And I was like, what are you talking about? And Emily was like, yeah, it was like someone punched you in the stomach. It's like, I don't think that's true. And Hannah was like, well, it's true.
Oh, it's true.
Oh, it's true there. It was not your bag.
True there.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, your face changed there.
Oh, your face went straight sideways, didn't it there? So anyway,
she didn't leave, so she still has it. Emily has it when she goes back, I would imagine.
My God,
yeah.
Emily's is getting so bad, and we haven't even officially moved.
It's gonna be back. You're gonna be with a fucking igloo person.
It's gonna be like
I went up to Manitowoc and I had a couple of cold ones, and ended up delivering an Inuit child.
Well, I hope it's not like an Irish brogue like you just took on there.
I'm all over the place.
It's hard to do.
I couldn't do my Trump. I can't do Wisconsin.
Oh yeah, your Trump
I can't
faltered.
do Michigan. My Trump sucked tonight, but they lapped it up anyway.
They didn't care.
Gave him a little applesauce and they winked and said, "No cinnamon, just kidding. I like it plain."
Yeah, you gave him a fly.
I gave them a dead fly and they said, "Ah!" Now put it back in my palm. Ah!
It is funny to think about Hannah just like exhausted watching her daughter.
Yeah. You come in, tornado, Hurricane Sammy.
Dude, I hit him with the fucking blockbuster off the top rope. It's a tornado DDT in the corner.
You're buff and you're the stuff.
Oh, yeah. And Susanna is obsessed.
She wants to be in the NWO so bad.
Everyone did, dude. But no, she's no Scott Hall yet. She's Dean Malenko. She's a technician. Oh, you had a fun time at the airport.
Thanks, Byron. I did. So,
tell the story.
So,
hold on.
yeah,
give him the whole thing.
Do the hat. Put the hat back. This thing is crusted, bro.
It's bad, yeah.
But why is it not white? Mine always would be dyed white.
I don't know.
Salt.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
This is dark like mud. You have different sweat than me.
I have mud gland, as we call it.
So yeah, a lot of airports clear opens at like 4:15, and I got to DIA at 3:45, and there were a ton of fucking people in the one security section that was open, and a dozen people waiting for clear to open. I was like, fuck, I don't know which one to do, So I end up actually I left to see about the other security areas. They were both closed. So I go back.
Tell the story.
I go back. I get in line at clear because I think that's the smarter move.
Right, because you're always gaming the system.
Well, yeah, I can see that the line over there is moving, but I know as soon as clear opens, everybody's going to go through, cut to the front, whatever.
When it comes to lines, you do have like a predator vision where you like scan the room and assess, and you're like, port 3, gate 4. You're good at that.
Well, fuck, sometimes. But so I get in line for clear, and a minute later, this woman comes up with her kid, and she goes, "Are you guys you're waiting for clear?" And we were like, "Yeah, it opens at 4:15." And she goes, "Oh, what? I guess I haven't been." And then we were like, "Yeah, this general security looks pretty busy, whatever." And she just goes, "This is ridiculous." And I go, because you hear that so much at the airport.
Yeah, people are flabbergasted constantly.
Every parent, every father or mother or older people, they can't believe the goings on at the airport.
They're blown away by the airport on a fucking Friday.
So yeah, everything is ridiculous or unbelievable.
Yeah, and
that's all you hear, and I always hate it. So yeah, this woman.
If you're in London, sometimes they'll say preposterous.
I would love to hear someone.
I'm flummoxed.
This is preposterous. This is a whole bag of sand, isn't it?
Flip the hourglass.
She says, "This is ridiculous." And I go, "What is?" And I rocked her shocks. She she said it because she was annoyed at a situation.
Yeah.
But yeah, she was wrong because no, it's not ridiculous. More people are here than normal, so shit is wonked.
There's a certain amount of space, and these lines are divided, and this is what's going on.
And it's like, what's ridiculous? That clear isn't open 24/7? This isn't a shocking development. They're not supposed to be. They never are.
And you said that she just like powered down?
She didn't know what was ridiculous because she just says it and doesn't think about it. And so when I said, "What is?" she was like, "Well, I don't know." Yeah. And I was just like, yeah. And then we joked, that she just loses her mind.
She's like, well, what is any of this?
Wait, none of this makes any...
None of this matters.
Yeah, she just starts taking her clothes off.
None of you matter.
Walks into the
There are no rules.
Into the woods.
We're all God. Yeah, she gets completely nude. She starts shitting on the floor.
We can leave this prison anytime we want. We built it.
She just runs and jumps off the balcony. She's laughing. She's free.
Eats her own shit.
Yes.
Grabs security's gun, kills her kid and then herself with a smile.
With a smile. A big old smile. Like she took the Joker toxin.
It was I loved it. I wrote you and Becker immediately to remind myself because I thought it was
right.
Because you hear that so much, but it's usually not being said to me, or I'm also annoyed at whatever's happening, and so I don't engage.
You also don't have your headphones on. It's a rare instance.
I'm usually listening to Mastodon or God's Hate,
or Meshuggah,
and playing
playing Hearts.
No, playing the game that we both have said we play at the airport, which is Who Would I Do?
Oh God!
And the answer is like I'm only horny or on the lookout in the airport. I'm curious about who's around me and are they hot? What are they wearing? It's usually pajama, it's athletic wear or fucking a pajama, bottoms and a tank top.
Some of my most reckless bouts of public perversion are when a woman
felony leering,
dude, just lascivious intent. Like an old school, like Jack the Ripper type, like a man wearing a bowler hat and just like flipping a coin, checking his pocket watch. I could have them all.
Picking your teeth with a knife.
I could have every one of them for a hay penny.
But that
licking my lips.
I don't hear people, but I know every time. Yeah, I am fucking. Every time I can hear people at the airport, it's things are ridiculous or unbelievable, and it's like, no, this is fine. It's what happens sometimes, but and then it's like, how much do you even travel where you could say that and be right? Like I can say now, after Frontier was fucking crazy, some people got on the plane, then everybody had to get off.
Don't let them know you fly Frontier. Don't let them have that on you.
I'm one of you. What? I don't fly private like you're fucking heroes. I'm a guy. I'm just a guy. You're a fucking superstar or whatever. I'm the guy.
I'm a friend of the proletariat. My tickets are $20.
I'm Lund.
Yeah,
we're all Lund.
That's what that lady says.
Yeah. Wait, we're Lund.
Wait, I'm Lund.
Wait, I'm a Lund guy.
No one's my boss.
Sucks. Yeah. Wait, I'm my own boss. I'm gonna fire myself.
No bosses, no gods. Interesting.
But so I've dealt with Frontier enough to where I can say, Frontier can be fucking ridiculous sometimes. But she, flies twice a year or whatever, and expects everything, expects every door to be opened or whatever.
Yeah.
So but it was fun to hit her with a what is please
elaborate.
Tell me what is fucked about this.
What's happening? What's really rocking?
We live in a society,
or do we?
She headbutts me.
The social contract is broken. Yeah,
claws at my
eyes. She bites your nose off, spits it in her kid's face. You're bathed. Oh, but the horniest.
Oh, at the airport,
is when you're in the line and you take your shoes off and you put them in the bucket and all that, and then you see a woman who's wearing a hoodie, and you think I think potentially she has them. There's
your Terminator vision,
yes, like your line vision is me being like
it's running the numbers.
It's like she could just be broad, but maybe they're heavy. But when you know that they're gonna have to take their hoodie off because they have to go through the scanner, that's a good time to let your eyes have a little feast. It's nice to be able to run the numbers and then see if your hypothesis was correct in real life. And usually it's like a wife beater under there. Anyway, this is lurid, but that's
it's
when
a couple leaves and some twigs.
I've been through security hard. Isn't that nuts?
And then it goes off and they pat you down and you're hard?
I've never been patted down hard, but that is my biggest fear. Is that some lady wearing like a fucking, I don't know, what's the kind of hoodie they usually have? Usually it's like a
Stussy.
Well, no, like a second wave like English punk band. Like I've seen a lot of like the Addicts, which is they have the same imagery as Clockwork Orange. I know that there's two women who I've seen in Addicts who have been like, she's got them. My God, I was right, and it's awesome. It typically looks like maybe they are pregnant or on their way to being pregnant, but either way, those things is thangin'. Yeah, I didn't mean to get that deep into it, but I'm horny.
Again, when we're in the airport, a lot of the time, even though we've been together and have flown together some of the time, we don't usually have the same flights.
Correct.
So more often than not, we're separate. We're solo in the airport, and so and you can't hear anything because you're listening to music or
I'm listening to This American Life and leering and ogling at a woman.
Then all you have in front of you is the sights and the smells
of a modern rock band.
And so you are scanning and just on the lookout just in case somebody's like smoking hot. You want to be able to look at them for 4 seconds. That's all you have in there.
It's not even if they're smoking hot. It's just nice to see people that are in their flight mode because they usually have their guard down. And I just, women, my God, they're so pretty. And it's fun to see them out making their moves in the world.
How about, you had the dude at security clued you into maybe a TSA secret for the big guys.
In Winnipeg, every time I go inside the little tube, and this is Bedbusters Airport Edition, everyone, I'm sorry. There's no beds in the airport. Unless you're in the Polaris Lounge, and then anything goes for $30 a throw. I'm fucking turning tricks in the Polaris Lounge. Hey, you're flying abroad? You want to enter international waters on land? Meet me in the bed.
You want to fuck this flotilla?
Yeah, you want to slap this bag?
Flotilla the Hunt?
It'll be like you're back in old Albania. Oh, yeah, so I don't know. I don't even know if that's interesting, but...
It's
it's noteworthy.
We have a lot of giant... fans that might wonder
if you're a megawad, if you're a Gourd, if you're a Gourd Zord,
if you're a Gundam,
yeah,
you're a chubby Gundam.
There's a lot of lines in Wide World that are fun, but I want to put a Gundam to my head. It's a good one. That and the ping pong joke get brought up all the time.
Yeah, right.
They do. People will be like, "Dude, Wide World, that ping pong joke."
No, they don't.
I swear to God.
One guy.
No.
I bet he was wearing a war mode shirt.
It's like daily.
And he reeked.
No, they don't reek. The war mode guys don't reek because they're like...
They have jobs.
They're like men.
Our fans reek.
If you're tall, our fans reek for sure.
They don't have jobs.
Yeah, they stink.
They don't wipe.
You should...
They barely wipe.
They're like, I'm like Lund. I don't wipe.
I'm legless.
I'm legless. Wiping's for losers. If you're tall and you try and go in the body scanner, it's going to trigger and it's going to say no scan, no scan, no scan. Then they have to get out and they have to pat you down. So it's
you have that every time?
I have it. Most times I get scanned 3 times and I stand in there and they'll be like, okay, exit. And I just keep standing and they're like, step out, sir. And then I step out and they're like, oh, no scan. I was like, okay, how many times do I have to get fucking swiped with radiation at the airport?
Yeah, they're
3 times a time.
They're going to make sure that you get blasted like we are with a normal once through.
That's my version of Godzilla -1. It just feeds me and I get bigger and bigger. and then I'm just stuck in there.
Wait, you didn't watch it? Oh, I told you.
You told me.
Sorry.
Everything I know is from you or Breitbart. But
war mode.
So if you're tall... don't go in the body scanner.
Can you opt out?
You can be like, is it going to work? I'm tall. I'm huge. Look at me.
Oh, yeah. And then they're like, wait, how do you know about that?
I'd be like, I was in Canada and a nice guy who wasn't TSA told me.
Yeah.
Fucking whipped pig. You guys aren't even cops. None of you are cops. No one's a cop.
None of this matters.
Kill the cop in your mind.
Knock loose.
You go into the scanner and drop trow. Look at it. You don't have to guess. Just look at it. How far? We have an ad read.
Cool.
What are we at?
28.
Okay. Well, this is a new sponsor.
So we have to treat them with respect.
That I have just randomly been hit up by. Okay. Let's get them all out before we read this new ad.
I do what I want. I burp when I want.
Lund, did you know that this show is brought to you by The Author Show?
The Bed Nubs?
Legless in bed?
Legless in Seattle? Legless Mahoney?
Breakfast and Nub?
Here's the nub. With Lund.
With Lund. Is it a nub?
8 is a nub.
This show is brought to you by The Author Show, a brand new absurdist documentary series following one man who dares to throw his entire world up in the air. What is this guy, spinning plates on a carnival ship? He's throwing his world up in the air for one singular purpose, to sit down and finally write his first novel.
All right.
Wow.
It's a podcast?
It's a
podcast called The Author Show.
Lund, it's The Author Show. You know what it is.
Cool.
Yeah.
I want to check it out. Tell me more.
Okay.
Hombre?
Well, let me ask.
Wait. A podcast about an author. What's next? A movie about a clown? This is all kinds of mixed media. A book about a journalist? A song about a poet? A magic trick about a gymnast? God damn it.
It's okay.
A living statue? Becker, put in living statue instead of whatever I said, gymnast.
It's 12:22 a.m., so you're allowed to let the riff get away from you.
I'm not Casey Rocket.
Yeah, no, you're not. Yeah, do you...
I'm Racy Cocket.
Okay. Where was this tonight? You know what was funny?
What do you mean?
Our host...
At the show? I did great.
Oh, you were great. No, but...
I did great.
You were cracking me up because the host's name was Phil Smith.
Phil Smith.
And
fake pseudonym, for sure.
You would go on stage and the first thing you would say would be, what?
Phil. Give it up for Phil. We've been calling him Phil.
We've been calling him Phil.
Originally it was, we call him Phil, as if it was like inside information. Right. We're dicking around. Yeah. Instead, or if he went by Philip and we call him Phil. No, he goes by Phil and we call him Phil.
His name is
acting
Phil.
Like we're killing it. Yeah. We're killing it with the new guy.
This little name we've been giving him, Phil.
Yeah, but then it turned into,
I heard it on the...
We call him Phil.
I heard it on the first show on Saturday, and I was cackling in the green room. Oh, yeah, the author show. Do you often wish that you read more books but feel incapable?
Yes.
Because your nub gets in the way?
Yeah, because I keep jacking it instead.
Well, you're not alone, you big dummy. No one reads fiction anymore, especially young people. We're so addicted to quick fix dopamine hits. You are, and your people. The jury's out. We've lost our imaginations. We've forgotten how to read.
I literally have, yeah. I mean, I read on my phone, but I miss fucking holding the book. Yeah. And you still do it, and you love it because you do get so much out of it. Holding the book.
People are like, wow, your vocabulary's so big. And it's like, I read. That's where you get words from.
Yeah, that's where the words are, stupid.
Yeah. You want to know words? Go to where they live.
I know 5 words. The Real Housewives of, and then...
Yeah, Atlanta. Newark.
Houston.
Bosnia.
Yeah. Sarajevo.
Dubai.
The Void.
They're all on leashes.
The Other Side.
You said Sarajevo, and my phone thought you said Siri hey-ho.
Siri hey-ho.
Tonight, at the the first show, there was that woman laughing really hard.
Speaking of not being able to read good, you can't read this copy.
Well, I'm just trying to make it...
Let's take a walk, baby.
People like the stories in the middle. We're going... How are you going to walk? You're legless.
How can you skip it when we're doing the little dance and hiding around the corner waiting for you?
That's right. Yeah, try and skip through this one. We're going to be waiting with a fucking garrote, and we're going to yank you down and crush those tiny mirrors in your skull.
Guess what? Your shoelaces are tied together, stupid. Yeah, we got you.
Then we pants you. Then we put you in one of those body scanners and we spread your cheeks and say, look at it. Just know what it is. Quit drawing it when you get home. But this lady was like, I was like, you were the one laughing really hard. And she's like, yeah, and we didn't know you were that big. And I know big people because I'm native. And all the native men are huge. And I was like, oh, those are some beefy honchos. And her face was like, what? Like she thought honcho was one she hadn't heard.
A slur, yeah.
Yeah, no, I don't know what I was doing. I literally got off stage, ripped my pen.
She should have liked it.
I thought so.
She was taken aback.
Like head honcho, whatever that means. I just said they had beefy honchos, and she was like, it was like when Sean said that Susanna liked him. Her face was like, That's why you need to watch the author show. Where my friend Daniel and his team have made it their mission to champion authors and make reading cool again. So if you love reading, documentaries, or a cheap laugh at the expense of one man risking everything to chase his dream, you'll definitely want to watch this ridiculous show. Join Daniel. You'd love to join Daniel.
It's a show.
Yeah, it's a 7-episode odyssey where they attempt to break the mold and write the next great American novel. Well,
I thought it was a podcast.
Hey, Daniel, guess what? I already did that. All right? Fucking get your own thing, buddy. Fucking jerk. No, he's a good guy. For a culture that couldn't give a fuck about books or literature, go to youtube.com/@theauthor-show. youtube.com/@theauthor-show, and be sure to subscribe. There you go. They wrote that copy. I'm sure the book will come easy.
Yeah, that's quite the task.
Yeah.
Turning this country around and changing them into readers instead of throwing rocks at trains.
Oh, dude, I wish kids were throwing rocks at trains. That'd be better. If they were out there drowning cats, rounding up rodents, having a little fucking rat barbecue, that's all fine. Kids are not putting, they're not inserting firecrackers inside of any animal corpses they find.
Mm-hmm.
I was a boy blowing up a badger. That was big, you know? Maybe some birds got into the Monsanto test seed. Next thing you know, you've got a fucking... just piles and piles of dead pigeons.
Tossing some pop rocks.
Yeah.
To the sparrows.
Get some M80s. Have yourself a little blast off. But no, the kids are just all on their phones now. I'm purposely
reading. So that's fine.
I'm purposely trying to get off my phone. Yeah. I sat in here today and I watched 127 hours with you, and I was like, this is so much better than being on my phone. And then I'd be like, Lund, look at this. And you were like, what?
I was tired.
Yeah, you were tired. 127 hours, man.
Sleepy.
What the fuck?
Yeah, dude. Would you have been able to cut your own arm off with a fucking tiny blade?
I don't know.
Break both, is it radius and ulna up here? Is that what he would have broke?
Well, the good news is I'm never doing any belaying. I'm not rock climbing anywhere.
Solo desert adventures.
If I told anyone, hey, I'm going to that cave and I'm going to be down there, everyone I told would stop me. They'd say, no, you're not.
Or they would think, oh, he's not coming back.
He's not coming back. No.
It's obvious he's going out there like a dog under the porch.
That's right, yeah. He's going
Leave him be. If they would have tried to stop you, you'd bite them and then run. And then get hit by a car instead of going and dying in the desert.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I don't know, dude. I feel like in that moment, I don't know. I'm not going to say yes. I'm not going to say no because I literally don't know, and I'll never have to worry about it.
Cool.
I might get my hand caught in a cookie jar, you know?
Right.
If there's some like Rice Krispies treats that come out hot, I'll get my hand stuck in there.
There's never going to be something that's so heavy that you have to cut your arm off.
Yeah, I'm more likely to crush someone's arm and get stuck.
You're gonna. The Pringles can, isn't gonna leave you an amputee.
Right. Yeah.
You're gonna win.
I'm never gonna lose to a Pringles can. That's what this country's founded on. But yeah, no. But I was watching. I'd never seen it, and Lund was over it because he knows the guy or whatever.
No, we had it at the Mayan, so I only watched it once, but it was like in the Mayan.
Yeah.
For a little while, and so I just, it's a lot too. It's heavy. You're not gonna watch it over and over.
It was brutal, dude.
Yeah.
I was watching it, and he almost broke his arm, and I was like, "What? No!"
Yeah, he had to unhinge it.
Oh, God,
so weird.
So he could not have to worry about the bones, not saw through the bones.
Yeah, he couldn't have cut through the bones. So he had to snap them. Yeah.
God,
and then he had to cut a couple of big nerves or whatever go through your.
Oh God! When that happened, when that shit kind of presents itself to me, my only response is to yell, "Get real!" And I don't know why.
You yell that?
Yeah, get real. It's like
look at a magician. That's what you would say.
Yeah, exactly.
Get real.
Get real. Yeah, I was fucked up. I realized that I make fun of Lund for not being able to do very simple tasks, but I have something wrong with me, it turns out. There's some contrarian streak in me where if there's like a law that I think I can get away with breaking, well, I would never shoplift around you based on the events of today.
Dude,
what?
Let's say whatever and then we'll get into that because I'm ready. Oh. I knew you were going to try to hit me with that.
Hit you with it?
Hit them with that.
You think I'm trying to hit you with it?
Yeah.
Okay.
That you think it's...
Well, I didn't want to talk about it. I was just bringing it up. I was alluding to something.
Let's see.
Let's talk about it.
No, just say the other thing.
Well, this is more interesting. Today, we're at a farmer's market. We're at the public market. All right. And we got a big sandwich, which I designed. And then Lund got a couple empanadas. We walked around. We smelled weed smoke all the time. It was strange.
Guy brought his German Shepherd, which was insane.
Which we both immediately were like, this guy's got a fucking dog in here? What the fuck?
Yeah, not cool.
Hey, sorry, this thing's in your way, and it's below your eyesight, so you're never going to see it until you're on your ass, and it's got your throat in its jaws.
You know how you're looking up and down and all around at all
at literally
stuff
everything else besides the ground.
Above your waist.
Yeah. Well, hey,
I got something underneath here that is going to trip. And you know how we're all doing this dance where we have to stop and twirl and go around depending on who's stopping and who's got a kid in a stroller. So yeah, it's complex fucking little dance we're doing, and then you have a dog in the mix down there.
There's people with hand carts. There's men with forklifts. There's big fat people. There's the most ridiculous gay couple I ever saw.
Oh, dude!
All that was missing from that was a leash.
Yeah,
it's
like maybe one was blind the way that he was holding the shoulder
because he looked over at me. We made eye contact. I think that was the way they saunter. But it was fucking Philip Seymour Hoffman in Boogie Nights with an even bigger belly and a bald streak down the middle of his head, wearing sunglasses. It was that man. It was a fat little ginger man with sunglasses on. And then behind him, the butler from Rocky Horror Picture Show. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, but he was tall.
He was very tall. He was huge. He was a lurch
type. Wasn't. Oh yeah, lurch. The butler in Rocky Horror is hunched.
Well, he's hunched, but
I think he's pretty small.
But this man, who
they were both
pod people,
fucked.
Yeah,
pretty fucked.
They were opposite ends of the fuck spectrum, and
they both looked like almost like gamer levels of like hygiene and like paleness and like not a lot of social interaction,
but all the confidence in the world.
But then crop top and
more confidence than Caitlin Clark.
And we could see them.
And it wasn't that they were gay guys; it was just that they existed.
It was the way that they were.
They were like
slinking around.
Yeah, they were
whatever,
like unctuous in their move. It was like under their breath, they were both going. Pleasure seekers. They walked by us and whispered, "Pleasure seekers." Pleasure seekers.
You have said the word mincing several times in the last few weekends, whether it's what I'm doing or what someone else is doing. They were mincing.
They were straight mincing in the middle.
It was like gallop, like a slow gallop. With the guy behind his lover with his hand on his shoulder like a blind
person. Yeah, like you're taking Eileen to the grocery store.
But they could see everything.
Yeah, they could see more than everything. But yeah.
they were nuts.
Yeah, they were fucking nuts.
They were, God, with all the random shit, I forgot about that. But keep misrepresent what happened.
Gillis kept calling me a pleasure seeker because we were in the pool on the Memorial Day, and like he has this pool cleaning robot with a hose, and I was like spraying people with it, and then I sprayed my junk underneath, and I was like, oh, all right. And Gillis was like, "You getting off with that hose?" And I was like, "No, I'm just experimenting." And he's like, "Dude, there's fucking kids around. What are you doing?" And I was like, and he's like, "Pleasure seeker, you fucking pleasure seeker, pleasure seeker." So we go and we get some juice. And
to finish the day at the market.
Right, big sandwich, empanadas, cup of coffee. I bought some olive oil like a psycho. Bought a fucking $15 bottle of olive oil. I'm going to have to leave at the Buffalo airport. Unless we just guzzle it tomorrow.
No.
What if we rub it in our hair? All over our bodies. Let's oil up for Niagara Falls. Let's freak everyone out. We're nude.
Pleasure seekers.
Pleasure seekers. Yeah, we just recreate that couple.
Take a note from the goats. The goats of fucking making people go,
yeah, making people go, making people turn to their buddy and go, holy shit. I literally turned around and ran back to you and was like, check this out.
Well, it's definitely not the gay thing, because I had the opposite of that Wednesday at the bar with, I told you, Ian Cook and his partner Colby come into town, and they're both like 10s, like hot, beautiful, nice,
tall,
handsome,
long,
tall, talented. Colby's a dancer. Ian Cook sings and plays cello beautifully. We've known Ian for a long time, but I want them to be so happy.
But these two men look like Robert Crumb drawings.
Yeah, Crumb or like
Crumb. They're a couple of Crumbos.
Fuck.
They were like all about. They were out looking for decadence in the daylight.
Shit. What? It's like
RVP car.
No, it was a
Pete Bag.
Shut up. It was a children's book series with like a little critter. And I can't think of what they're called.
Oh, Little Critters.
No, I don't think they were, but like Kim would fucking
Oh, my sister loved them.
It was a series of books.
It was like Little Critter.
It wasn't Critter.
Yeah. Hold on. You talk. You set the table for this, and I'll see if I can, because it's going to drive me nuts.
Oh, yeah. So what happened at this market? We're in
Little
line.
Critter. These guys, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
What are they called?
Look up. They're called Little Critter.
No.
Little Critter, the original classics. I was so mad. Just a Little Critter collection.
Oh, okay, I was right.
Jesus and My Gender. What?
That's not one.
That's one right there, though. I got to order that for
Just
Susanna.
me and my dad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
those guys. Yeah.
They're Little Critter people.
Yeah, they looked fucking.
They were
like wet, right? It was. they had olive oil on their bodies.
They were wet.
They were olive oil people.
They were lubed up. They stay lubed just in case they stumble across a public bathroom where anything goes. So there's some juices. Oh, cool. Let's get some fresh pressed juice.
We're in line to get some juice.
3 fresh pressed juices for $10. I asked the guy, can I get 3 juices? He says, sure. I get the juices. I go to walk away, at which time Lund, from what I saw... Well, you tell what happened.
No, say what you think happened.
Okay. You say, hey, did that guy just steal a juice? That's what I hear. And then I say, did you just tattle on a shoplifter? And then you go all up in arms because you don't realize what you've done, and now you're trying to backtrack.
No.
Yes. Because you spotted some guy come up what'd this guy look like? Is he a pleasure seeker?
No, he didn't look like those two.
No one does.
He was just a black dude, tall
black dude.
I think he was by him, or he was with a buddy.
And he came up and he took a juice, and you because I guess you're always scanning for any kind of shoplifting.
No,
I didn't notice
I'm
that
not.
someone came up for a juice, and I said, "Did you tattle on a shoplifter?" And you said, "No." And I didn't hear your conversation with the guy.
You made it seem like I walked so
away.
Weird, and I wasn't.
It was weird.
We were in line, and it looked to me like while we were in line, there was somebody ahead of us, and then I thought that the dude and his buddy just walked by, and he grabbed a juice and kept walking. That's what it looked like to me.
Okay.
And it looked like the guy who was working clocked it and like looked at him several times while doing the transaction with the people in front of us. So it looked to me like he was conflicted. Do I go after this guy? Do I not worry about it?
Okay.
And I thought, oh shit, well, if that's what happened, that sucks.
And Lund backed the blue Lund.
Then I just thought, well, maybe I would pay for it, and then it would be like a nice thing to do, and then he's not annoyed at the end of his day or whatever that a dude took a juice. And so, yeah, I should have said nothing, I guess.
Correct.
But I was curious.
You're curious, all right.
I'm a flaneur.
Yeah.
You act like you're a flaneur. I'm the flaneur.
You know what flaneurs don't do is
Tattle.
perpetrate class warfare.
You think I'm a tattler for that when I'm not. It looked, the way that the dude reacted.
Well, you did. So you said you thought this man took a juice, and then you said, hey, did that guy take a juice? That is tattling.
No.
Yes, you tattled on a shoplifter, and where I'm from, on the streets,
tattling is saying,
you don't. If you see someone steal something, you don't say anything except for "good for you, brother" in your head.
Yeah, and my reply to that is you're talking about like a mother stealing from Walmart for her kids.
I'm talking about any stealing rocks.
No.
Yes.
Not when it comes to just a guy with a stand at a market.
It's a $3 juice though. It probably cost him 75 cents. If that guy was so thirsty, he needed to be hydrated, and you want to keep him away because of capital?
No. Also, I wasn't tattling, and I'm not racist because I didn't say, "Hey," I didn't yell.
Hey,
for
black guy alert!
I didn't yell for a cop.
Hey, pleasure seekers, fetch me a cop.
Go creep out a cop and tell him to come this way.
Yeah. They're like the McPoyle twins. Yes. That's who they are.
Yes.
Yeah, dude.
That's a great, yes.
They were a couple of wet McPoyles, man.
Yeah.
Guy, we should have tailed them. Between them and guy with top
we should have
hat.
topped them.
Dude.
I didn't yell for a security guard. I asked the dude, because the way he was looking at him, he looked at him a bunch of times. It made me think he didn't know what to do.
Mm-hmm.
And so I thought, if he's like annoyed by it, I give him $3. We're on our way.
Yeah. You
but
get to feel better.
He was like, no, he bought it. And I was like, okay, it looked like you thought he grabbed it.
And then the guy's
like,
probably
no,
like,
if he would have walked away.
He's like, what's happening? Who cares? Move it along.
No.
Pleasure seeker.
No.
Hey. Where's the other two of your friends?
The way you're acting is like if you
and you're wearing those little shorts too, which was funny. You fit in with the pleasure seekers.
I'm behind the second one.
Yeah. Let's get a little couple creams in this Oreo.
We're the three.
Yeah.
We're a throuple.
Yeah,
I'm wet.
It's a human centipede situation.
I'm itching. I'm picking.
They're
picking me.
Yeah. They're eating the scabs.
And then letting me smell their finger.
That's me, all right. That's it. I'll know. You can take the blindfold off.
I'm glad we're at the farmer's market because I'm ripe.
Somebody pick me. They come up and slap your belly like I was with that watermelon. I was really thumping those melons. Well, yeah. So you have. It was fun also because today I observed you a couple times having interactions with people.
I have interactions the exact same way you do, which is that we are just silly and
jovial.
We don't
friendly.
stick to a lot of the typical interactions. I think we've talked about this.
We kind of skip through it to try and bring a little novelty to people.
Comics, and just anybody who performs is more comfortable saying whatever. If you have a vocabulary, you use it, whatever. Instead of this like. I guess a normal thing is if you don't interact with a lot of people, you're kind of scared of blowing it or whatever.
Right.
So you say like standard shit.
And I literally don't care if I bomb in front of people.
No.
I'm constantly bombing.
I remember a time with, I may have talked about this in an episode with my friend Jacob Chittister that you've met. He's Jacob. Just like an outgoing, funny dude. And so when we used to hang out all the time in high school or when I still lived in Vegas, we would go places and he would also have... he was funny.
Little bits
or
trying to make counter people laugh.
Yeah, interactions with servers and bartenders where he's just loud and confident and funny or tries to be funny or silly. And they just don't know what the fuck.
Right.
Like, it's so foreign
scrambles
to them.
Yeah.
Where instead of,
someone's not asking about the weather.
They should think it should just be like, hi, welcome to McDonald's. Hi, can I have a burger and a Coke? For here, thank you. Yeah, that'll be okay. Yeah.
As opposed to me,
every time, and just
me sitting down at Olive Garden and the lady coming up at the bar. Hey, Hey, are you my sister or my mom? Because when you're here, you're family. Sam Tallent, hell of a pleasure to meet you.
Party of 64. Just kidding. It's just me.
Hey,
Sam
sorry,
Tallent.
Sam Tallent, local.
Get the breadsticks going, please.
Let's get those breadsticks in. And then she comes up, and the first thing, after I order the breadsticks, she says, "What do you want to eat?" And I was like, "Is there been any advancements in Olive Garden technology recently?" And she was like, "I'd stick to the classics," and I say, "Lasagna, make it sloppy," or whatever, Lasagna, but yeah, it's fun.
Wet.
It's fun to freak them out a little bit.
Sometimes people, it's our
today though, but you do a good
it.
job of it, and then sometimes you just do one last tag.
You think that
you offer a lady a chair today as a stool. We're eating our sandwich, empanadas. You're standing.
Not a chair. Get it right.
You're standing. I'm seated on a stool.
Why do I care?
Well, and then you say, "Hey, do you want to sit down?" And she says, "No," and you say, "I stand too." Or you were like,
"I've been standing too."
I've been standing too. It's like she's been standing. She's been over there for 5 minutes. She knows you're standing.
No, what if she didn't clock it because nobody clocks it?
Because you're legless. Yeah, you're right. No one's observing.
No, because you think
we're hyper observant. That is true.
And some people are not, but
we interpret.
What about you? I just realized your interaction with the olive oil lady was funny because she stonewalled you, right? You confused her by speaking in a way that wasn't, what's your favorite?
Yeah.
What's the best one?
What's balsamic? Oh, dude, on stage tonight I was saying Hillary Clinton, and it was making me laugh a lot. But I walked up and I said, lady. "So what's what did I say exactly?" The thing that scrambled her wires was I said, if you only get pick one olive oil 1 oil, and then you have to burn the rest. What do you go with? And then she was like, "Ugh, this one's Spanish."
Doesn't most of them are, you have to heat? You can heat them up.
They have a high smoke point. It's like 375.
Yeah, they're not. It's okay.
I was like, "Bitch, I have a high smoke point too. I'm blasted on this weed pen I got in Canada because I won't follow the rules." I drive from Detroit. Oh, I get a cool fucking Dodge Challenger.
Yeah, you're like my dad.
I was like your father because when I get to the car,
I don't get to drive that one either.
No, yeah. I get to the Enterprise, and they're like, "Hey, man, you have the one way to Buffalo, right?" And I'm like, "I do." And they're like, "Will you do us a favor and take this Dodge Challenger?" And I was like, "Sure." And he's like, "Cool. You don't have to put any gas in it, and I'll give you a discounted rate. But I want this off my lot because these are constantly getting stolen in Detroit. So please take it."
Yeah, that's so funny.
So
everybody's Tokyo drifting.
Oh, everyone's racing for pinks. So I have a Dodge Challenger 2-door. And I have to drive across the border from Detroit into Buffalo via Canada. So I throw the end of my fucking weed nub, my little cart, out the window, and then I drive into Canada. And the first sign I see is legal weed, stop here. So I stop, and I'm like, well, I'm not going to buy anything. But I haven't been in a dispensary in Canada. I'm only in Canada for 3 hours. I don't need to be high, and I have a border crossing coming up. I walk in, I'm like, "Oh, this is cool." The guy's like, "Can I help you?" And I'm like, "You don't have any like indica carts, do you?" And he's like, "We've got the best in town, blah, blah, blah." And so I think
it's such a great coincidence that they have the best ones.
It's crazy that you guys here at the Billboard Weed Shop right off the exit in Cernia, I think it was Medicine Hat Road was the name of it. Yeah, so and then I have to go to the ATM and get money out. I have to get Canadian cash, like. It's just like there's so many steps that I was aware of where I was like, why am I doing this? I only have 3 hours. But there's this little fucking voice in my mind that's saying, fuck them all. They can't tell you what to do. Fuck you can't do what to tell me. I just go fucking straight Rage Against the Machine. And I buy it.
I told you, the little things I don't do is because they feel like homework. And I don't want to do homework because school sucks.
Yeah, school sucks, surf's up.
Right. That's so yeah. And that is insane that you ditch it for the border crossing. Mm-hmm. You know you're going from Canada back to the U.S. You know there's another place where cops are going to search through your shit, but you go, I'll just ditch that one.
Right. So I'm going to spend $60 Canadian so I can like hit this 3 times and be scared the whole time because I'm driving around in a fucking Challenger.
Yeah, you can accidentally go 99.
Oh, and I do
in a heartbeat.
And you can't. I told you I didn't know the math. I thought it was like 100 kilometers is 60 miles per hour. So that means this zone that's a 110 means I should be driving 85 miles per hour. No, I should have been going like maybe 72. I'm going 20 over the legal limit in Canada in a Challenger with a weed pen, blasted out of my Gourd. I'm Gordon Ramsay. I'm critiquing the restaurant.
What about this? I didn't think about it earlier when you said this, when we were talking, but what about the fact that we did this in Mexico where kilometers and miles per hour are on the speedometer?
It wasn't on the speedometer.
It was.
It was not on the speedometer. No.
They got rid of them.
It wasn't on this Dodge Challenger because they know that you're either driving in America or you're driving through war-torn Sarajevo. Those are the only people. Jason Statham usually drives this car.
Was it digital only? Or it had the
speedometer? Didn't.
Okay.
So anyway, I get to the fucking border crossing and I'm like, fuck, I'm going to throw this away? No, fuck, I'm going to never find it. I get up to the goddamn thing, and the guy at the club tonight told me, he's like, yeah, when you're 10 cars deep, they already have scanned your plates. They know who's driving. They know who owns the car. So I get up to the border crossing, and the guy steps out, and he hits me with the X, and he says, turn around. So I'm like, what? And he's like, turn around. So I have to back up, and I have to go to a different lane, and I'm totally wigged out at this point.
How scared did you
get
at that?
So scared to the point where my elbow was shaking.
So
I jammed it. I was so high. I was fucking really high, and it was cool until I had a full vapor freak out. I was Slimer, dude. So yeah,
you were in the throuple.
I was in the throuple.
We were a foursome for a sec. The 4 horsemen,
dude.
We were all horse throats.
This is the thing. This is what happens. This is the end of the road for pleasure seekers. Is you've reached the end of your own fucking decadent rope, and now you're hanging yourself with it. So I get up, and the guy's like, okay, is this a rental car? And I'm like, yeah. And he's like, oh, and he's kind of hemming and hawing. And I see him, and he turns to the other guy in the booth behind, and that guy comes over, and he says, Sam Tallent? And I was like, yeah. And he's like, I just saw you on Matt and Shane, man. And I was like, yeah. And he's like, all right. And the guy like gives me back my shit, and I drive on. And I was like, and what's the first billboard I see? I'm Susanna with the bug in my hand. What's the first thing I see is a Western New York's biggest medical or non-medical dispensaries. The first billboard I see. I could have just not had weed for 3 hours and got to New York and bought weed right there.
Yeah.
But instead I didn't, and I was scared for 3 hours while also being really high behind the wheel of a Challenger going 25 over. Yeah.
Screaming.
Scream if you want it. Yeah, and then I went, I mean, maybe we'll talk about this tomorrow, and you can see if my hypothesis is true. But I stayed at the Niagara Inn in Buffalo, but near the falls, and everyone was Chinese.
Everyone is Chinese.
Everybody Chinese.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, yeah, tourists.
I know, but why Niagara
blast.
Falls?
Remember the Mona Lisa? It's every one of them.
Yeah, you're
they
right.
They come over and they see the sights.
But these guys
Mount
were from,
Rushmore.
They were from Red China, though.
What do you mean?
Well, they were Japanese in Paris.
Oh,
I guess it's just the Asians.
No,
this is their.
right.
This is how they seek pleasure.
Their pleasure
They're
is
pleasure seekers.
Is kind of getting the gist of signs in English at national parks,
right?
And
as
the wonders of the world.
As some like first generation American Chinese person who has like an MFA from Brown is like, and the water comes from up there, in Mandarin or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah. It's a living.
We're going to Niagara Falls tomorrow.
I'm excited, dude.
Glad I can take you there.
They will not. Or it doesn't disappoint. I've heard, which is the same as like the Grand Canyon.
No,
but some people don't even like the Grand Canyon. But I think
some
Niagara
people don't
Falls
deserve eyes, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, but I'm saying Niagara Falls, I think, might be undefeated. I don't think anybody's like jack off motion.
I think if you get there and you're rolling your eyes, it's insane because what it is it's whatever lake that is, Lake Erie. It's just endless gallons of water flowing off the edge of the world. It's truly nuts.
Right. Yeah.
I used to go up there and get absolutely smashed when I lived in Ithaca because you could drink on the Canada side and underage. Just get wrecked. God. Jenny Cream in Canada. Or Labatt Blue, dude. That was the first time I had Labatt Blue.
Throw the cans and the bottles just into the falls.
Yeah. Hey, fish, suck my kiss. If you were so smart, you'd be on this side of the water. Hey! Just go full dice clay on the fish.
Yeah, grab your crotch.
Throwing in 6-pack rings. Hey, I got 6 inches for you right here. Why don't you come hang off of this? Gadoosh.
You want to plug anything?
Oh, yeah. I'm Sam Tallent.
SamTallent.com.
Sam Tallent Industries.
Phil Smith. He's
good kid.
PH11 Smith on Instagram.
Okay.
He's a year in. He deserves hosting at a club. Remember how long it took us to host at a Comedy Works?
Yeah, of course.
7 years. God damn it. Good thing Phil got it 13 months in.
Yeah.
You prick.
No, he's a good
because
kid.
you're handsome?
Kind of.
You know when to talk and when to listen?
No, he doesn't.
No, he doesn't even know that.
Yeah.
Everybody leaves Rochester. So it's just the young ones and the old ones. Yeah. But no, he was fun.
Rochester, the Garbage Plate, and Phil Smith. That puts him on the map up here. Genesee Brewery. Yeah, we got Lafayette, Louisiana. We got New Orleans. We got San Francisco, Petaluma.
You got San Francisco.
Oh, yeah. You've been locked out of San Francisco.
Not allowed to go to San Francisco.
Batavia.
San Francisco. No.
Yeah, San Francisco gender. Oh, Trinidad listeners.
Yeah.
July 5th, I'm doing a going away show before I abscond off to Michigan at Ziggy's Mud Hut. Oh, okay.
There's also that random ass show. I can't wait to find out. It's advertised as featuring nationally touring comedians, and it just doesn't say who they are.
Yeah.
You say that on a poster for a recurring show. You have the HBO Comedy Central logo because you've literally had some comics with those credits.
The E logo is still on a lot of people's flyers.
Yeah, everybody's done E.
Yeah.
E's back. I've done comedy on E, but Ecstasy. But yeah. There's another show. I can't wait to find out what the deal is.
But yeah, July 5th, we're at the Well down there.
The
SamTallent.com will not have the Well tickets on it, believe it or not. But you can hit up Lund. Patreon.com/Chubby Behemoth. $5 a month. It's a great deal. On. So much great shit over there.
So many good episodes over there. You have to hear them if you really... The only things you can do to truly be a big fan is to be on the Patreon and then maybe like try to kill one of us.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah. And which one are you going to kill?
Become God. Become God, kill the devil.
And which one of us is the devil?
Yeah,
This guy. Yeah, I'm not the devil.
No, I tried to save a guy from having a stolen juice on his hands.
Yeah. There goes my hero.
You do it once.
Hero spelt with a G.
There goes my hero. He didn't buy it.
What was I gonna say? Fuck.
Better be bye.
Yeah. Goodbye, everyone.